So we've not finished recovering from yesterday night's fight, only for them to have another fight this morning, and because of what? Hot water. I just saw the fight this morning and I said, if are not going to give me stress, if are not going to make me come and talk about it just immediately. I was waiting for them to like explain themselves, because we didn't really get to see how the fight started. Kaisha had explained her own part of the story, even though she was not really apt. She said she was trying to check if the hot water was boiling, and she found out that Nengi put water on fire, and she was trying to check if it was boiling or not, and found out that it was not boiling. Then Nengi now called her stupid. So it doesn't really seem like a complete story. I don't know how it is that Nengi will just come out from nowhere and just call her stupid, but I've not heard Nengi's part of the story. That's what I was waiting for, to see, okay, if she'll talk about it, but she has not said anything about it. So at this point, maybe she's guilty of the offense that Kaisha, she's guilty of whatever Kaisha said, because if you have a legit story to tell, or if you're not guilty of something, you want to explain yourself one way or the other. But now, for now, we're just going to go with the story the way it is. Kayode is not trying. Almost all the fights that have happened, it's almost as if we are the ones that have to put 2 and 2 together to make up the story. It's either they're coming back from break, or the camera goes to where the fight is when it's already late. So what are we going to make of this fight now? I don't know. What we're going to talk about now is the basbos. Nengi really needs to stop fighting, having anything to do with insult, because it's as if the only insult that she knows, her favorite insult, is shapeless amoeba. How can shapeless amoeba be your favorite insult when you have already worked on your body? She's making it seem like that was her biggest insecurity. She had very serious insecurity with her body. For her to always be using that insult anytime she has an issue with somebody. Let me just say that I don't count it as a valid insult. Then there has to be a strike issued on this fight matter, because there was a physical touch. Last year, I watched what happened between Tacha and Mercy, and what the 2 things that Tacha did that she was penalized for was dragging Mercy's hair, one, and the second one was when she shoved, like, Mercy was all up in her face, shouting, but she didn't like touch her or anything. Then Tacha now did, like, she just shoved her and stuff, and that gave her a second strike. The hair pulling gave her 1 strike, that one gave her a second strike, and then I can't remember the last thing that happened. So what happened then, and this one where Nengi pushed her like 4 times. She pushed her out of the way. There's one that she was even moving. She pushed her, then she now still pushed her away. So it definitely is supposed to get her a strike, not disqualification per se, but it's supposed to get her a strike. Then for Kaisha, I feel like she might also get a strike for threatening Nengi, because she was saying things like, I'll fuck you up, I'll fuck you up. Like, what does that even mean? I think that's the same thing that gave Chloe a strike in her time, where she was almost like threatening Kebule, insulting his mother and stuff. So that might also get her a strike. Let's just be watching. Hey, I just hope that the strike is not like 3, because when it begins to count strike, 1 push is 1 strike, another push is another strike, a 3rd push is another strike. So if he gives her 3 strikes, that's like automatic disqualification. These people, they don't used to learn. If it's me that I just see that this kind of thing happened in the last season and somebody got disqualified, I'm not going to touch anybody. This is how Kaisha was fighting. She was talking to her like this. Her hands were behind her back. She was talking to her. I think maybe she was trying to be cautious of what she was doing, so they will not say, oh, I pushed her or I touched her. She was behind, her hands were behind her back, and Nengi was just, I feel like maybe she fell for the trap that Kaisha was setting, because Kaisha was all up in her face, but she didn't touch her. If it's me that they touch like that, I will fall on the floor, I'll roll on the floor and be like, my waist, oh, my waist, oh. I'm going to act drama there, so that Biggie is going to say something about it. All of us are going to be mad together. Since everybody wants to be mad, let all of us be mad together. Once you touch me like this, even if it's 1 finger you used to touch me, I'm going to roll on the floor, say, hey, my waist. But in all, this fight was very funny. Kaisha threw so many insults. Nengi needs to stop fighting. Like I said, she doesn't have words when it comes to fights. She doesn't really have words. Although she was just telling her she should shut up and sit down. She should shut up. Kaisha was also telling her she should shut up. She now told her that she should go and work on her face the way she worked on her lips, her ass, her hips. I don't even know. I can't remember the exact thing she said. She said she should go and work on her face the way she worked on her lips. I say, hey, Jesus. This guy, I don't know she has bad mouth like this, because she has not been, she has been calm since, or she has not had any altercation with anybody. It's almost as if maybe some people are taking her for granted, and today she just showed herself like, wow, she just showed her whole self. Everybody's just shalaing today. So they were just going back and forth. You've already seen, like, I'm sure you've already seen some of the videos of the fights from the beginning of I'm going to start this video by showing you the video, or maybe I'm just going to insert some clips. I cannot put too many clips because my channel is going to be at risk. I always see people saying put more clips, but I cannot say I want to put more clips and then at the end of the day my channel will take my channel down and I'll not be here to give you guys update again. So as for the Nengi and Kaisha's fight, I'm just hoping that they come and give us the full gist so that we will know. I'm waiting also for Biggie to give his verdict on this fight. I don't want anybody to be disqualified in this in this season because I like most of them. In fact, I like all of them. They are bringing one drama or the other, so I like all of them like that. I like the fact that they're giving us different kinds of drama. They came in as one peaceful set, and now it's almost as if almost everybody has an issue, one issue or the other. Today they're fighting about this, tomorrow they're fighting about this. So that peace, although let me not say the peaceful period was fake, because you cannot come into a house and just decide to be fighting everybody. So they've actually graduated in a realistic way, just the way things happen in our everyday life. That's the way things are happening in the house. Then some of the housemates want money today. These housemates are just lounging and flexing. Travel better, they did the travel better task and they divided them into 4 groups, and each of the groups had their name. I think they had Team Abuja, Team, what are the other groups? Team Abuja won the second part of the task and Lakon's team won the first part of the task. It was Lakon, Watoni, Brighto, and who was even the 4th person? So let me even see if I can get. And V was the 4th person on their team. Then for the team Abuja, it was Prince, Ozil, Nengi, and Tolani Bad. It was funny seeing them in one group chat. It was like, oh, couples group. And the drama that they acted had to do with their situationship in the house. So it just made sense. They were creative. They did something that was not so, like, it was not basic. They were very creative with their own. So at the end of the day, they won 1 million naira for their task. Team Abuja and Lakon's team, they also won 1 million naira. Then Team Abuja, they won an all expense paid trip to Abuja. So they're going to go to Abuja. At first I was like, why didn't they go to Dubai now? They should have taken them to Dubai, but it's good that it's Abuja. Let us spend the money in our country. So I saw a video where Erica was talking to Kid and she was telling him that his hand was peppery yesterday night. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Kyle, God, I'm tired of getting angry at Kayode because at this point it's becoming annoying. So how can something be happening in High Garden and he did not show us anything? He did not show us anything. It's only when they finished quarreling and they just went to the room and they kissed and they showed us because he had to. After that, Ogula, that showmans that they're wanting us to go and subscribe to, those that have subscribed, people should go and subscribe and let us know what's happening behind the scenes, because showmans is almost like behind the scenes. People should subscribe and let us know what's happening. So they were having a discussion this morning, and she was not telling him that that's why that didn't he see her reaction, her facial reaction. He was like, yeah, he saw it, but he washed his hands now. And then she was now saying that, but it was still like peppery and stuff. I'm like, hey, so things happened, like things went down with both of them yesterday night. We did not see Sha, so we're just going to take from what they are gisting. So later on in the room, they were having a conversation, all the housemates, what am I even saying? So the housemates were having a conversation. The Prince was there, I think Ozo was there, Lucy was there. No, was Lucy there? Lucy was there, Prince was there, Dorothy was there. They were just doing their normal conversations. Neo was also there. They were just talking about things that happened in the past set, all the bad things that used to happen in the past set, people really going down, going all the way. So some people were now saying that it's not everything that they even show us from what happens in the house. They were just talking randomly. Next thing, Prince was like, over his dead body, that he would rather die than do that kind of thing on national TV, that he's not going to be caught in that position, like going all the way with a lady or having intercourse with a lady on national TV. I was looking at him like, obviously you want your village people to come and to dethrone you from your prince throne that you have. They say, oh, you are going to disgrace us on national TV. We are not going to accept you as a prince in this land anymore. They were just discussing, saying different things, having their regular discussion. Then tonight is the Saturday night party. I always like when they do their party because somehow I can party with them, you know. It's just like a grooving night kind of stuff. But here we don't have free drinks, they have free drinks. But let's just see how the Saturday night party is going to be. It's almost as if it's almost like every Saturday after the Saturday night party, there's always one drama or the other. But let's see. Once they have alcohol in their system, everybody's socializing. So I don't know how tonight is going to be. If there's anything you guys know, I'm going to bring the gist for you guys. Let me just come and talk about the fights right now. and talk about some other small things that have been happening. Even Lucy is still looking for trouble here and there, but we're tired of talking about Lucy's fight for now. Let's just move on from that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a video. Love you. Bye.